This is the Joulle by Stoke Voltaics. Designed to be like the jet boil, but electric. It can boil water, warm up food, and even make popcorn. In today's video, we're going to be testing and reviewing it. In the box, we have some cardboard cushioning there, the Stoke Voltaics kettle, and that's about it. The box is pretty simple. It did have a nice little clear plastic there so you can see the kettle itself. On the back it tells you a little brief description, the model, the dimensions, which is 4x4 by 7.5 inches, and the capacity 30 ounces, 500 watts, 100 to 120 volts plug-in. I thought that this would be a rechargeable kettle. It wasn't until later on, after Stoke Voltaics contacted me about doing this review, that I found out that this is actually a plug-in. At first glance, it's a very good looking kettle. Nice little material grip. Also insulated so that you don't get burned when this thing is boiling. Got a nice little plastic lid here with a pull cord so that when it's hot you can just pull the cord open. On the lid you'll notice it has a pouring opening there, as well as a strainer and a sensor port. Now, from what I looked up, this sensor port is designed to allow a sold separately stirring stick that you would use to help stir the popcorn around while you're making popcorn. On the back side is pre-designed to be able to determine the amount of popcorn that you put in here, as well as a sectioned off piece there for the butter or oil for the popcorn. We have a nice heavy-duty, thick 110 volt cord with a little strap to keep it nice and wound up while you're storing it. An instruction manual which tells you a little bit about the unit, as well as how to use each setting and the care of the unit when cleaning it. And we also have a sticker. It is pre-marked over here for 8, 12 ounce, 16 ounce levels, so that you're able to measure your water when you have it in there. It has a nice on and off button here, as well as some marked positions there for the style of heating or cooking you need to do. The switch here, it feels pretty flimsy. I don't know if that's deliberate or just a design flaw there, but I'm not too crazy about the lever there. So again, the settings are drink, eat, pop. From what I read, the drinking mode has the capability of shutting off once it gets into boiling, because this would be the hottest setting. Eat would be to mainly keep it warm, and then of course pop to pop popcorn. According to Voltaics, this kettle can warm up 16 ounces of water within 5 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and put that to the test with 16 ounces of water. We have 99% of battery life and 51 hours of time remaining. I have my timer, and we're gonna see how long it takes this kettle to warm up this water. And it looks like it's pulling 493 watts, exactly what. And stop. So there it goes, guys. A rolling boil in 6 minutes 29 seconds. So basically 6 minutes and a half to boil 16 ounces of water. Also took about 9% of my battery life, so out of an 800 watt generator. So not too bad, not too bad. Also, my concern when I received this was whether or not I'd be able to grab this, and it is very warm to the touch, but not hot. I can't, you know, it's not keeping me from being able to grab it, pour it. Now, again, it does give you this lid, so if you wanted to use the lid to pour whatever it is you were boiling, maybe some water, maybe some milk, whatever, you can do so. But how comfortable is it to do it with the cord? Some people say they would have to unplug it. So let's go ahead and turn this off real quick, unplug it, and then pour. You can see all the steam coming out of it. So far so good. Who's this for? Well, this is definitely not for the hiker. It's not for the person that likes to go with you know, without generators or power. This is more for somebody who has a power bank of some sort, a vehicle with a some sort of 500 watts power inverter, or somebody with a camper, somebody who travels, goes on vacation. So let's go ahead and put this to the side. Get some utensils here and just see how it does at warming up some nice thick spaghetti and meatballs, and how long that takes. You could already see the steam coming out on the spaghetti and meatballs, and actually it's actually already boiling. So just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and stir. Go ahead. I don't even think we need the lid for this. Okay, so it looks like it took just about 4 minutes to warm up these spaghetti and meatballs to a good temp, a good eating temp. And the sauce, you could usually just tell by the sauce how smooth it just gets, and easily it can stir, look a little bit more softer as it boils. We'll go ahead and put that over here. Empty out the can and see how it cleans. Alright, now as you can see here, it did leave some residue on the bottom, and I'm gonna go ahead and see how easily that cleans up by putting some water in there. Once I got the water boiling, I was able to take it inside, wipe it down with some soap and water, and then rinse it off with some clean water, and then dry it off with a rag. So it cleaned pretty easy. The inside is stainless steel, 304 I believe. But that brings me to a couple of points. Number one, it would have been nice if they somehow would have made this the heating element over here, and this would have been something that maybe screws on and off, so that way you're able to wash this either in the dishwasher or just be able to wash it in the sink by hand without having to worry about burning out the system. And another thing is this cap, which I forgot to rinse off, but it would have been nice if this cap would have been see-through, so we're able to see what's inside, or you know what's inside, but what, you know, how whatever you're cooking is doing as far as, you know, its heat. But another quick note is this would be a good idea. You'd be able to boil some eggs in here. So maybe while you're making some other breakfast things in the morning, you could put a couple eggs in here with some water and boil some eggs, as well as your coffee, your tea, your hot chocolate. You can make some soups, some pasta. You can make some oatmeal. So yeah, there's a lot of options with this, and I think it's a great idea, again, if you have some sort of power bank with you or a place to be able to plug it in. Let's go ahead and try some popcorn, see how it does. Like I said earlier, there is a hole up top. This Stoke Voltaics kettle, they do sell on their website, they do sell some sort of metal stirring rod or pick for the popcorn. You can buy separately on their website, but I have a wooden skewer stick, and we're going to use that, even though I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but I'm going to try anyway. Pour that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. Well, there you have it, guys. It absolutely makes popcorn. The only downfall I can see with this is the fact that you have to plug it in, and you're always gonna have to have some sort of power to do that. So it does, again, it does have this rubber seal, so if you have to wash it, it kind of helps you protect a little bit. It does get warm to the touch, but you can still grab it. It does have the handle here. Don't know if I would have preferred a harder handle, but I know why they did it, so it's not taking up more space. It does have some good rubber grips on the bottom, so it doesn't slide. As you can see, it moves the whole table with it. I would say as far as popcorn goes, it gives you one serving, and yeah, it's good. It's good for camping. If you're in a camper, if you have a power source of some sort. I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but there is a sensor for the hottest setting, which is drink, that would automatically turn off the kettle once it gets to a boiling point. And what I noticed when I was trying to clean the spaghettis and meatballs, which cleaned very well, but what I noticed was it kept turning off, and it left me wondering, what is there something wrong with my unit? And there wasn't. What was wrong was that the sensor was still hot, so I had to flip it over to eat and let it get the water hot that way, and then I was able to just pour out the dirty water, put in some clean water with a little bit of soap, rinse it, and clean it the way I did. So again, very nice. Thank you to Stoke Voltaics for sending this out to me. I do like it. I'm gonna add it to my arsenal of gear, and let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Leave me you know, any questions. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them. I'm sure there's other people who've reviewed this who probably have more detail about this than I. And but I would definitely help out any way I can. What I just noticed also here underneath the straps is that it does give you a cautionary label there to tell you to be careful with this. But yeah, give me that thumbs up if you like my review, my little trial here. Share the video for anyone who might be interested in something like this. And if you like the video, if you want to help me out, subscribe and help me get to that 1 million subscribers. I'm very close. I'm not close. I'm like at 2,000 or something like that. But thank you for watching, guys, and I'm going to see you next time. And I'm going to enjoy my popcorn.